Welcome to Koh Samui International Airport here in southern Thailand on the island that it is named after. Directly behind me is the domestic terminal for all flights flying to Phuket, Bangkok, and other destinations served by Bangkok Airways and other flights. Today I will be flying with Bangkok Airways on an Airbus A319 to Hong Kong in China. After spending no less than an hour plane spotting at the airport and enjoying some of the most refreshing drinks I've ever had at any airport I've ever visited, it was time that I continued on my onward journey towards Hong Kong. Koh Samui, often shortened to just Samui, is Thailand's third largest island. However, relatively speaking, it's a fairly small island, with a total population of approximately 70,000 people. Samui is best known for its many beaches and its big Buddha temple. This is very much a tourist destination, being the island's primary source of income. Serving the island is the privately owned Samui International Airport, which serves only three airlines, that being Scoot of Singapore, Tibet Airlines based in China, and Bangkok Airways, which is the main operator here, and also the airline of choice today. Unlike most international airports, because Bangkok Airways' presence here is so great, each check-in desk is split based on destination, not class. As such, today I used the Hong Kong lane for check-in. After a very swift check-in, I was instructed to make my way to the international side of the airport. Because this airport is so thin, there are no jet bridges or anything of the sorts. As such, international and domestic passengers need to be split apart. Therefore, there are two separate gate areas. Gates 1 to 3 are exclusively domestic gates, while gates 6 and 7 are international gates. As for gates 4 and 5, the world will never know. Along the walk to the international terminal are a large selection of different health, beauty, souvenir, food, and other different kinds of shops. Being curious and knowing there was going to be nothing past security, I decided to have a wander around until I eventually ended up buying a few items. The immigration and security checkpoint was fairly easy to find despite being very well hidden away. Without the use of signs, I definitely would not have found it as easily as I did, but just in case, you'll find it at the lime green Samui Airport Taxi and Ferry Transfer Desk. Post security is very little duty free, which was unsurprising. However, the terminal itself has a unique open-air design. Eventually, the boarding call was announced over the public announcement system in Thai and English, and I proceeded to my gate, after enjoying the outdoor views. Boarding this morning commenced at Gate 7. As I stated earlier, due to the way Samui Airport is shaped, there are no jet bridges, so all passengers must be shuttled to the aircraft by these cute open-air buses. As the bus left the gate towards the stand, I got a very clear and unobstructed view of the aircraft flying me northeast to Hong Kong, which today is an Airbus A319, registered as Hotel Sierra Papa Golf Zulu. She was built in Toulouse, France, being delivered brand new to Bangkok Airways in November of 2008, making this aircraft just shy of 16 years old. Bangkok Airways' A319s have two different configurations, depending on whether the aircraft is flying internationally or domestically. As today we are flying internationally, this aircraft is in a two-class configuration, with 12 recliner business class seats in a 2-2 layout, and 108 standard economy class seats in a 3-3 layout. This morning I shall be seated in 19 Alpha. The economy class seat has 31 inches of pitch and 19.8 inches of width. There is a standard tray table that folds down from the seat in front and extends. In the seat pocket you'll find a safety card, in-flight waist card, domestic flight menu, magazine and an air sickness bag. Above are individual reading lights, air vents and a flight attendant call button. Awaiting at every seat is a fairly small economy class style pillow with the usual rubbish reusable cover. Soon we commenced our pushback from stand 6, 1 minute behind our scheduled departure time.
Your seatbelt must be fastened whenever the fasten seatbelt sign is on. Fasten the buckle and pull the strap tightly. To unfasten, flip the buckle flap and pull it apart. Tightly allow your waist. Following the aircraft, inflate the lock jacket by pulling down the red tabs. If the locks are equipped with the evacuation slide. In the event of an emergency landing on water, slide lamps are equipped at the front.
We taxied to runway 35 via Delta and runway 4.
To the emergency exit, please locate the emergency.
Now please enjoy this unedited takeoff.
Dear passenger, we are ready for takeoff.
Once in the air, we made a slight right turn through the clouds, setting up a northeasterly course for Hong Kong. Flight time today is 2 hours and 55 minutes, covering a distance of 1,383 miles or 2,225 kilometers, cruising at 37,000 feet. After we reached our cruising altitude, just below the cloud layer was the eastern coast of the Thai peninsula. This was then followed by the first piece of proper land that we crossed over, being the coastal town of Rayong in central Thailand. This was then followed by the in-flight service, to which today we had two options, beef or fish. I decided on the fish, which today was deep fried, served with rice and green beans in this absolutely fantastic peanut sauce. For side dishes, we were served a pumpkin custard cake and a very light salad consisting of corn, cucumbers and carrots, as well as a full bottle of water in the Bangkok Airways logo. Despite looking not that appetizing, this was hands down the best economy food I've ever had on board a flight, being spicy and full of flavor. This was also served with actual metal cutlery, which is always a bonus. Later, we were served a selection of drinks. In my case, I picked a cup of orange juice. Whilst crossing over this part of Asia, down below was a plethora of different towns, villages, and cities, none of which I could properly identify, except for one very large and stunning temple named... I'm not even going to try to pronounce that. Hidden away in the remote jungle of Thailand. Eventually, we passed by a major city. This time, it was Suvarnabhumi, which is located across the Mekong River in Laos. Finally, we left the coast of Vietnam behind, and all that could be seen for the rest of the flight was the South China Sea. On board the aircraft are 3 bathrooms, one at the front for business and 2 at the rear for economy. Inside is everything typical of this aircraft type. However, the soap used is turmeric based, which has since stained the sink a gross orange. Just prior to landing, directly underneath us was Hong Kong Express Air Flight 688, an Airbus A321neo bound for Osaka Kansai in Japan. Soon we commenced our descent into Hong Kong. With a picturesque afternoon in store, I knew that the descent today was going to be quite spectacular, and indeed it was. Before 1998, Hong Kong Bangkok Airport did not exist. Its predecessor, Kai Tak, was made famous worldwide by the dangerous approaches pilots used to make as they approached runway 13 from the west. The airspace surrounding Hong Kong Airport has since become one of the most busy in the entire world, with a flight departing or arriving the airport every 45 seconds for 24 hours a day. This caused a very bizarre flight path towards the runway in an attempt to slow our aircraft down. This wider flight path took the aircraft directly over the islands and city, which was absolutely stunning. Now please enjoy this unedited landing.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have now landed at Hong Kong International Airport. The local time is now 25 minutes to 4, which is 1 hour ahead of Thailand time. Please remain seated with seatbelt fastened to the aircraft has Captain. Please stop at the seatbelt sign stand off. Be careful when opening the air compartment and ensure that you take all personal belongings with you. You may use your mobile phone at this time. Please use caution when stepping off the aircraft. Kindly follow the instructions.
After landing, we taxied to Terminal 1 via Charlie 6, Delta, Yankee, Foxtrot, Tango, Hotel and Hotel 7. We pulled into gate 43 right, 17 minutes behind our scheduled arrival time. With one final bow and wave from the very adorable crew, my attention turned away from that of Bangkok Airways and this flight, instead towards reclaiming my bag and entering Hong Kong. Out of all the airlines I have seen operating in Thailand, this is by far the funkiest and most interesting. My first flight on Bangkok Airways, being one of the longer flights on their route network, was no different from that of the likes of, say, Qantas, in regards to amenities, in-flight service, and yet something felt a little bit different about this flight. Bangkok Airways is predominantly a regional airline serving Thailand. However, there are some longer routes in their network, say towards Singapore, Hong Kong, and most interesting, Malé in the Maldives. Despite being a regional airline, I walked away understanding very clearly why Bangkok Airways is regarded as one of the best regional airlines in the world. Let's start from the beginning. The check-in experience was very efficient and cute in my opinion. I must say that I do like how the check-in counters are based off destination and not class, which would turn some heads in Australia if that were the case for, say, Qantas. On board the aircraft, the cabin wasn't the most well maintained, but it certainly wasn't dirty, just in need of a touch-up. Considering on some days this aircraft can fly up to 8 times a day on domestic routes, it certainly does need it. The food was honestly the best I have ever had in economy. The fish was soft and sweet, whilst the batter was crispy and cooked perfectly. The sauce, it was to die for. I was a bit sad that I couldn't have a jar of it for my cooking back home. The crew was fantastic, being fluent in not only English, but Thai and as well as Cantonese, which is the native language of those spoken in Hong Kong. Overall, this was one of the best flights I have ever taken in Southeast Asia, being certainly up there with the likes of, say, Singapore Airlines and Cathay Pacific Premium Economy. If you ever get the opportunity to fly with Bangkok Airways, I would highly suggest that you give them a go, as not only was their service on board fantastic, the price was a bargain. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Make sure to check out the other videos that I have on my YouTube channel. And also, I now have a Discord server. Feel free to join. The link is at the top of the description. And don't forget to press that notification bell if you enjoy my content. And if you'd like to see more, I post my videos every Friday at 8 PM Sydney time. And I hope to see you again in the next one. See you later!